Oh dear goodness gracious, it is raining out there. It is raining out there, and it seems to be doing it all the time at the moment. It's your boy Masterful27 here. Oh, and relax and breathe and something like that. So this is going to be a little bit of a controversial vlog. I don't intend it to be that way, but hey, why not? I think that's part of the fun when you create content on YouTube. So we're still in February, and we've got Rhyhorn Community Day event coming up this weekend. However, what happened? Pokemon Go decided to infill the gap in between the events that we knew about on the Pokemon Go calendar for February, and they whacked another egg hatching event into the mix. So, I think it's only fitting that I'm going to have some eggs hatching for the first part of this vlog, and they're going to be the last 7-kilometre eggs I'm going to be investing any money and any time in. And I actually put a tweet out on my channel about this a couple of days ago, and I got a bit of I think I got 99% of people agreeing with me, and I get that, and I'm totally with it. You know, I'm not right, I'm not 100% right, and the whole purpose of having an opinion is that people can have an opinion as well. And actually, we're not here to disagree with anyone, because I see it, definitely see it, having both sides of the journey. So Pokemon Go decided to mix things up, he says sarcastically, and threw another 7-kilometre egg event out into the mix. So this was the announcement that came up on the Twitter feed. Trainers, it's time to start excavating. Oh dear. Excavating, brilliant. Fossil Pokemon are hatching from 7-kilometre eggs. Okay, right. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. This sounds awful, doesn't it? It sounds really awful. So fossil-type Pokemon are hatching from these 7-kilometre eggs. And you know what? I couldn't have been more underwhelmed, you know. And actually, I've been watching Twitter for quite a bit just recently. And I've been gauging on it, you know. And I took part in the previous two. So those who don't know, so let me rewind a little bit, as I always tend to do. Let's start the scene setting of the story. We had a 7-kilometre egg event happen probably about 2 weeks ago, where you had the chance to hatch Riolu in its shiny form, and that was sort of a real big buzz on it. Everyone was after Riolu in those egg pools. It was a big one. Gibble was in there as well, and it was ploughing and ploughing and ploughing, or an opportunity to plough. I think with double gifts as well when that event was running on. So you opened up to 40 gifts. I think it was 40 gifts, yeah, whatever it was, but you could get double eggs as well. Stack your eggs up, and you could go to town literally on it. And I think people did. I've seen some damning stats where people hatched over hundreds of eggs over that event and didn't get one of the shinies. And actually, when I did a previous vlog, we looked at it was 14 Pokemon in the pool, 1 in 14, better chance of certain ones coming ahead of other ones, and then the shiny odds of 0.0014, whatever it was, the odds were not in your favour. And we get that. But then we thought, okay, that's fine. Then for another 7-kilometre egg pool event, which was almost back-to-back, and that was where they had shiny Happiny you could get in the eggs as part of the Valentine's event. Obviously, there was Love Disc and all the other ones that could be shiny that came as part of the event as well. They were in the mixed pool as well. I was actually getting more Happinies in the event pool before the shinies came out. Then Lickitung came in. Then Lickitung became shiny after it was in the radar. That then joined the egg pool. And again, it was back down to the normal 20 gifts, so actually less damage potential there for the hardcore players to go to town and open the gifts. So that was 2 back-to-back. We knew about those. The Friendship event was coming up this week around the Community Day for Rhyhorn. And then, out of the blue, Pokemon Go threw another thing out. It's almost like a gap filler in between events. And it appears that, this was the announcement, it appears that something strange has happened with the eggs you can receive from gifts. 7-kilometre eggs are now only hatching fossil Pokemon. Here's what we know so far. The fossil Pokemon Omanyte, Kabuto, Aerodactyl, Laleep, Anorith, Cranidos, Shieldon, Tortuga, and Archon are now the only Pokemon hatching with 7-kilometre eggs. So they're not in 2s, 5s and 10s anymore, and now Riolu's coming out of 10s. We aren't sure how long this phenomenon will last. Well, we know how long it's going to last. It's probably going to last until the next event. So, again, I get the whole thing. You don't have to take part in it. I get that. And this isn't about me throwing that thing in. I'm a content creator. I enjoy playing the game. I like to create a bit of content, and I like to hatch a few eggs and include that on my channel. I think that's part of it, and people get a bit of fun out of that, like watching egg hatches. I get all that. However, I do actually feel like I need to speak for a lot of people that play the game that I hang around with and in the circles I play. That they've greeted this with like, "Oh my God, another one! Is there something here? You know, there's more to this. This is egg events generate revenue." And they're really taking the Michael a bit here out of us as players. Now, I'm not a hardcore player, but I play it to create content. I enjoy creating content. I enjoy playing the game. And you know what? I like to get involved a little bit in it. Why wouldn't you? But when you look at this list of Pokemon, you're throwing in real 2 or 3 additional ones which people don't want to be hatching. They don't want to be hatching Elite. They don't want to be hatching Aerodactyl, Anorith, Kabuto, Omanyte. Shiny odds again would be 0.0016 possibly. There's a few less in this one. But this isn't really good. So what can the game do to change this? And this is really what I wanted to speak more time about on this. JT Gilly put some great bits. He put a 5-6 pager, a sort of parter on Twitter, you know, and he got a lot of support off the back of that. And I agree with that, actually. You know, if we're going to start throwing these egg events and people don't want to take part in them, you know, what is the best way of stopping people having to buy incubators to clear them, to back clear, so they can focus on what they want? You know, that's one thing. How does that happen? So, you know, the obvious thing is clear eggs out. Have the ability to delete eggs from the pool. If you've got old eggs and you don't want to incubate them, well, you've got to put it on a standard incubator. You've got to walk 7 kilometres to get rid of 1 egg. That was the point I was making. This is turning into a bit of a rant now. You can't have the same experience. I don't get what people say. If you've got these backlog of eggs in your stack and you want to open gifts and build friendship up, and that means you get 7 kilometre eggs as part of doing that, and they sit there 7 kilometres of time to open 1 egg, and then you open more gifts, and then you'll get more eggs. And I know you can backfill with 9 and then open the rest and not get any additional ones in there, but why have you not got the ability to delete eggs? You should have the ability to delete eggs. You should also have the ability that the game should give you more. Yeah, I get it. The game doesn't have to give you anything, but this should be more incentives. If they're going to focus on eggs, give a daily single-use incubator. Throw that one back into the mix for these egg events. Give people the opportunity to maybe hatch 2 a day. It's something. I'm not on about loads of free things. Do some more with the boxes. Gifts with incubators, just incubators. Incentivise it. Because the likelihood is you're going to hatch something rubbish on it. I don't mean to be negative, but that is the reality on this. You will open up an egg and it will be something you don't need. It'll be 2-star. You wait it, you see them. You delete it, you put time and effort into the game and money, and that's what you hatch. It is an absolute disgrace, if I'm being brutally honest with you. That's an opinion there. So yeah, tell me what you think about that one. But I feel so passionately about this. There's big volume of feeling across the world. Some of the biggest influencers in the circle of this game are saying the same thing. I get the people, I get it. I'm quite happy with that, Master Ball. Don't care about it. I'll go on my bike, I'll go and walk. First world problems and all that. There is. It's a game. This is what we're talking about. You're watching my channel to talk about the game. You know, there's so many other things going on in the world. You know, this is a very small dot. Even if it is a dot on the map of everything that's going on in the world that we live in today. However, because we love this game, and this is what the platform's about, and this is all about Pokemon Go, it's probably the biggest star on the map right now. About the exclusivity and inclusivity. And what I mean by that, and some clarification on the question I asked on my channel a couple of days ago. Inclusivity, in my opinion, is actually the game should be all-encompassing. You should be able to play the game and enjoy a similar experience with all people, if you plough money in it or not. That's inclusivity, in my opinion. Exclusivity means, actually, to get the best feeling out of the game, you have to plough your money into it, and it enhances it. And that's the only way you get a better experience out of the game. And that's where I was going with. You can walk around, do wild spawns, you can hatch those eggs one at a time, I get all that. However, you can also have those people plant the eggs in eggs, great, hey, hatch, and do the wild spawns. And I challenge you to honestly tell me that that's the same experience to that person with the 1 incubator. It's an opinion. Some people will love it and not care about it, and that's what this is all about. But that's my feeling on it. So I've hatched some eggs on the Fossil event. That's what I'm going to be doing now. The worry is I'm going to stack up with loads of rubbish eggs now. The 5 egg pool is ridiculous. The 2 it's okay. 10 needs a bit of work done on it again. Phoebus needs to be a shot out of that 10-kilometre pool with some of the other ones. They need a revamp on it. And my opinion and my parting comment on this vlog is we need to have a whole revamp of these egg pools. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know. And breathe. Back to normal life. So let me know what you think about this new egg event which has come out. This is a bit of an interlude, a thought thing. This has been building up on my mind for the last sort of 24, 36 hours. And I really wanted to share that with you lot. Let me know in the comments. Be honest, what do you think about this? You know, it's easy for me to say what I think. Tell me what you think about it. Let me know what you genuinely feel about this egg event. Right, well, I'm going to leave you all be. Enjoy what you're up to. This weekend, we've got Rhyhorn Community Day, and I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait to get that one. Rhyperior is what it's all about. And getting some of those amazing yellow, shiny variants. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Looking forward to it a lot, and I'll have a nice vlog on my channel to talk about that. Other news, Spotlight Hour, increased spawns. That was really interesting. Really enjoyed the thing they did there. That's really cool. Let me know what you thought about that. Will they go back to a featured Pokemon next time around? Who knows? But smash a like. Let me know what you think about this. Please ping the bell. Don't forget to make sure that you get all the updates on the channel, because I'm aware that sometimes they don't always come through if you haven't hit that little bell icon. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It's pretty cool having you on board. Thank you all so very much, and we'll see you when we're hunting Rhyhorn. Take care, everyone.